show you how great I am.
I'm gonna float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. I am the king of the world.
G5 Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video, support your boy. Support good content at all times. All social media is in the description box, and please hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I drop that heat. This video is sponsored by my boy Fast Classic. His mixtape is in the description box. It is absolutely free. Definitely give him a download, give him a listen. And this video is sponsored by my boy Matt. Definitely check his apparel out on IG at We All From. Now, Mikey Garcia is coming off of the loss to Spence Jr. on pay-per-view. And this is not a hindsight situation. I questioned this move from the beginning. And I'm a Mikey Garcia fan. I didn't know what he's seen on tape to make him think that he could do something with Spence Jr. Just off the strength that Spence was a southpaw, it just took away Mikey Garcia's jab straight right hand, which is his money shot. For that reason alone, I didn't like the matchup. And then he goes basically from 135 or 140, however you want to look at it, to 147, and you go up against the top guy at that weight class. It was just asking a lot. Mikey Garcia lost all 12 rounds, arguably had a 10-8 round in there without the knockdown, and it was just a really bad night for Mikey Garcia. The one thing that he accomplished is he could go 12 rounds with somebody like Spence Jr., not get knocked down, not get knocked out, where Spence Jr. has knocked out plenty of natural welterweights at the weight class. So if Mikey Garcia has to find something to hang his hat on, it would be that, knowing that he can go through that type of a fight and leave standing up and not stretched out on the canvas. Now, life goes on for Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia is still one of the top fighters in the world. I think what happened in the Spence Jr. fight is something that a lot of people were expecting. Just bad style matchup. The size was a big factor, but it was the style as well, along with the size, that made the difference in that fight. Now, going forward, what does Mikey do? Does he go back down to 135? I mean, I don't think so. I don't think that's the best move for Mikey Garcia, strictly because we've seen throughout boxing history where guys go up in weight and then they try to come back down a weight class or two, and it doesn't ever work out for them. It's a different dynamic, but off the top of my head, Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Jr. did it. He went from heavyweight, then came all the way back down to light heavyweight, and ran into Antonio Tarver. We've seen this happen in boxing. Like, we've seen this happen in boxing. I mean, shoot, even Kell Brook, he went up to fight Triple G, and that ended up bad for him. But then he tried to come back down. He's trying to come back down now. So he went from 160 to 154, and now he's trying to get down to 147, where he said that he couldn't make that weight comfortable anymore. But if Amir Khan came knocking at his door and said fight at 147, and he'll sign a contract right now, Kell Brook would sign up for it. It's not good to go up multiple weight classes and then you come back down. So I said all that to say I don't think Mikey Garcia should go back to 135. Now you have to look at junior welterweight. You have to look at 140. You got Regis Prograis. You have Jose Ramirez. You have a couple other guys at 140 that are really good. This is my problem with 140 when it comes down to Mikey Garcia. There are absolutely no names at 140. He would be fighting the Regis Prograis of the world, who he could very well lose to. Jose Ramirez will be a tough fight. Maurice Hooker is at 140. it's some really good competition at 140, but if Mikey Garcia is trying to only get the big fights with the big names, then 140 wouldn't be the weight class for him. So really, by process of elimination, the best weight class for Mikey Garcia would be 147. As crazy as it sounds, as much as he got dominated by Spence Jr., his best weight class right now, when you factor everything in, is 147. But the thing that Mikey Garcia has to realize is if he's going to stay at 147, he needs to go about it the right way. Like, he can't come into 147 and say, hey, I want the top guy in the division. There are plenty of fights in 147 for Mikey Garcia to get his feet wet, to be challenged, and possibly come out with victories and build himself up to the top guys at 147. Chris Algieri is at 147. Mikey Garcia, Chris Algieri, if he want to get his feet wet, he could take that fight. You got Josecito Lopez. That's a good fight. That's a real good fight. Fights like that, to get him acclimated to the weight, get him quality fights that he can win. And then if he wins fights like that, you can even throw a Luis Collazo in there. Give Mikey Garcia a Luis Collazo. A guy with a name, a guy that people will respect. It's going to be a tough fight, but it's a good chance Mikey's going to win. Those are the fights that Mikey need right now. His next two fights should be fights of that caliber. And once he does that, then he can start looking at the Sean Porters. He can start looking at the Keith Thurmans. I think Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia right now is a great matchup. That's a great style matchup for Mikey Garcia, but that's also a great style matchup for Danny Garcia as well. And Danny got his work cut out for him against Adrian Granados on the 20th of April. But just in terms of styles, that's a great style matchup for Mikey Garcia if he goes up against Danny Garcia. Mikey Garcia just needs to take some time, take a break. I know there's a rumor going on that he's supposed to be fighting Eric Morales in an exhibition fight. I hope that doesn't happen. It's just a waste of time. It's like some things is not worth the money, and why would you risk yourself getting hurt or something bad happening over an exhibition fight? Like, I hope that was just a bad rumor, but Mikey Garcia needs to just go back to the drawing board. It's not the end of the world. But to answer the question, I do think that Mikey Garcia is best from a boxing standpoint and a money standpoint, staying at 147. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. G5Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video, support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.